Jock Journal Radio. Jock Journal Radio brings you NFL Talk Late Night. Just two hardcore fans talking football after their kids have gone to bed, and they invite you to join our conversation. If there's a hot topic or even a cold topic, these chumps will be jawing it up every night. So leave those nudie sites alone and call us. And if you're lucky, they might give you my number. NFL Talk Late Night from Jock Journal Radio.
Hello, Jock Stars. It's Monday Night Football. It's halftime. Everybody's enjoying themselves, and here we are in a new week. We're now going through the Week 14 recap, but before we begin, I'm Nash.
And I'm Frank.
And you're listening to NFL Talk. Guys, it's exciting. This is like the first opportunity I've ever had a chance to broadcast with somebody other than Matt, and here it is, Frank Sprankle from the morning show. He's here basically pinch hitting for good old Matt Steckity, and he's coming out and he's coming on strong. He's going to have a lot of input and a lot of valuable information, and he's going to be helping me break down what happened in Week 14 of the NFL. This is the part one show, guys, and I hope everybody's excited. But before we begin, it's important that I go ahead and give everybody the directions on how to contact us. First off, we're going to be taking callers all hour long, so listen in live and just go ahead and give us a call. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and merge your call into our little thing here, and then we're going to allow you to have your take on whichever game we're talking about at the time. Please don't call about the Pittsburgh and Cincinnati game if we're talking about Philadelphia Buffalo. It really creates problems with our flow, and we all love that Zen flow. So don't mess with my magic, man. You got to call me on the game. So. And then another way you're going to go ahead and call, get a hold of our show is you're going to text our text line at 77948. You type the word text, space, and then your message. So those are the two ways, but you can also find us on social media, on Jock Journal at Facebook. Just go ahead and look for Jock Journal or at Jock Journal through Twitter. Those are the best ways, but you can also even find us at jockjournal.com/JJR. And you go ahead and click our little icon for the Nash and Matt show, and you will come to a cool, awesome little text place where you could send in live emails to the show. And those emails, you know, if you can't fit it into a text, we'll go ahead and read them for you. So those are all the ways you can interact with us. And pretty much the same stuff that they have on the day show, right? Right, Frank?
Well, yeah, indeed. I got to ask you a question here, Nash. I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
Please be honest.
Yeah.
How come I'm pitch hitting for Matt? Because how come are you taking Matt, a career 287 hitter, and sending me to the plate, a guy that has bounced around with about 6 teams and currently coming off the bench hitting .025? Why me? I'm only hitting .025. Why are you giving me an opportunity to redeem myself? Because I've been released by team after team after team.
Sometimes you like that lefty-righty matchup, and Matt is definitely a good left-handed hitter. But when you're facing the left-handed heat, you're the guy. You've got to go with that matchup.
So are you sensing kind of like a natural moment, like, of course, the Robert Redford movie from 1984? Are you kind of sensing that I'm finally going to get a hold of one, and I'm going to hit the light tower, and I'm going to win it for us at long last?
Yes, and as you're running the bases, the crowd will begin to erupt from the stands, and all of a sudden 35,000 people are going to be holding you up and carrying you across home plate as we finish this show.
Yeah, and then, of course, I'm going to have to wake up and realize it was just a dream. Just a dream.
All these boys and girls out there in Christmas land are dreaming about what presents they're going to have, and it's time to talk about our Shock the Jock contest for tonight. Tonight, it got me thinking.
Okay, you're thinking.
My daughter is 3 years old. She doesn't quite understand. We get presents and we put them under the tree and torture ourselves with it for 13 more days. When we get these presents in the mail, they're all wrapped up, and she thinks it's absolute torture to have to sit and look at these presents. She threw a temper tantrum, went straight upstairs, and cried because I wasn't going to let her open up her presents. And I don't know what that's tradition is, and we try to stick with tradition.
Of course it is. Wake up your parents at 5 a.m. You better believe it's tradition. Yeah. It's the one night. Listen, there's 2 nights, Nash. I look at it this way. There are 2 nights a kid has trouble sleeping. One for good reasons, one for bad reasons. Look, we're mentioning here Christmas Eve night in the Christmas morning. That's the good reason for not getting any sleep. The bad reason for not getting any sleep if you're a kid is the day before your first day of school.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Yes. So remember, there are 2 days in which kids have trouble sleeping. Christmas Eve and the day before the first day of school.
Uh-huh. And that's exactly what she's going through right now. She can't sleep. She's getting all antsy. She just wants Christmas to be here. And the more the house becomes more Christmassy, it's really messing with her head. However, I was left with some emotional scars through my childhood, getting some really embarrassing presents. And my wife and I got to talking about some of the most embarrassing gifts that we've ever gotten. One of the times, it was for her at least, I decided her to get her one of those like little special toys from, those like adult stores. And she went ahead and opened it. I had forgotten what it was by the time I handed it to her, and I really did, because I got her like 8 presents that year. I handed it to her. Family was over. I got her something very inappropriate to open up in front of the family.
Why am I going to have nightmares over this tonight?
Exactly.
I won't be able to get sleep.
So I guess the question is, guys, what is a gift that you wouldn't mind receiving under normal circumstances, but are ultimately scared to death to open in front of anybody else? Some people might say it's like a hair club for men membership. Other people might say it's the 100 pills of Viagra. I don't know. Whatever it is, guys, I want you to text us at 77948. You type the word text, space, and then whatever it is. And I'm telling you guys, this is your opportunity to possibly get as much as $50. If you could shock us enough, you're going to be in that contestant to be on the Jock Journal Wall of Fame, right there on Jock Journal with your picture, and we'll tell the world how you won $50 right there in our memoirs, and you'll be the first inaugural person to be put on the Jock Journal Wall of Fame. So go ahead, text us. Do you got one for us? Do you got one?
I got a couple. Listen. Let's get one of them out of the way, because this is pretty dull, pretty bland. But I got a couple beyond that. A fruitcake. I mean, obviously, people, when you get a fruitcake for Christmas, that's kind of an insult, saying, "Look, I don't like you, but just out of courtesy, I'll give you a present anyway." So one of them is a fruitcake. Now, there are a couple I can think of, Nash, off the top of my head. One of which is how about a mail-ordered bride?
Oh, gosh.
Would a mail-order bride be considered an embarrassing Christmas gift? Or wrap that, you have to put holes in the box. Obviously, you have to put holes so whoever that unfortunate...
Direct from Russia or a third world country, we have a human being in this box.
There you go. Or how about, I got another one. Okay, let's say you're around the family, and not just the kids and all, but the extended family, the parents, the in-laws, the uncle that you just can't, the aunt and uncle that you just can't stand, that traveled 1,500 miles to get here. How about nudie magazines and nudie videos?
Exactly. That would be horrible.
Embarrassing. Like, oh my goodness. Uh-oh.
You're like, what is? My buddy Matt just gave me all this this whole box of stuff. Let's go ahead and open it. Mother-in-law right there, and all of a sudden, hustler.
Yeah, Playboy.
Girls with big butts. Men's with big, that kind of thing.
Here's what I can imagine. All of a sudden, you open this embarrassing gift of doom. And that's what it is. And I think for about 5 seconds, everything just stands still. Everything around you just stands still with eyes glazing around you. Uh-huh. And then after 5 seconds, that's when the panic starts to set in. And you are headed, and you are... I think you get the picture, but I think that's got to. Oh my gosh, there's got to be more embarrassing gifts here. Yes, how about money to pay off your gambling debts?
There you go. Yes, there's tons of them. There are ultimately the numbers can literally keep going, and we want to hear from our texters. So go ahead and text us. We're going to read these off to you as they're coming in throughout the episode, because it gets boring just talking all about football. So we got to throw in some other things from time to time, and here's your opportunity to throw in something that's totally and completely 100% nutty embarrassing about what you might receive from a Christmas gift from, be it anybody across the spectrum. It doesn't have to be somebody that you're just okay, yeah, we know that this is going to be embarrassing. It could be even something else, Grecian formula because somebody has noticed that you had grays. Buying a wife a gym membership. All those things can apply. Let's see what you can come up with.
It's actually a good gift. I'm actually looking at a gym membership right now because, Nash, as I was saying, as I tell people constantly, because I take great pride in this, I exercise 6 days a week with the exception of Sundays. I eat well. I drink a lot of water, with the exception of Sundays. Now, I do have my day in which I let the rules of the diet relax, and we're coming up with Christmas, and I'll let the rules relax then. But I've lost 95 pounds. I'll tell you what, I take great pride in 95 pounds. I'll have to show you the before and after pictures because I take great pride in what I've been able to accomplish. I'm in the best shape of my life. And another thing to look at it, too, is when it comes to eating food, like a holiday dinner, we're going to have that with Christmas. We had that a few weeks ago, Thanksgiving. Based on the fact that I've lost all the weight and that I have toned up and kept my body in shape, it's really hard to eat food the way I used to because your stomach, literally, with the exercise that I've done as well as eating right, your stomach feels like it's a wall that has just caved in, and it just can't hold food the way it used to, which is a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's completely a good thing. Yeah, I used to be a buffet enthusiast, and I got up to at one point 225, almost 230 pounds, and I'm only 5'8", 5'9". I in my prime as a running back and a free safety, I was running about 195. And now I used to do the buffet. I used to put down like 8, 9, sometimes as many as 12 different plates of food. Now I go to a buffet. I have maybe 1, 2 plates of food, and I'm done. I just can't. I can't do much more than that.
That you know exactly what I'm talking about. Believe it or not, with the exception, I guess, of Mongolian stir fry. I guess I would consider Mongolian stir fry. No, those are great. I got a Mongolian stir fry right by my house, Nash, and it's delicious. Oh, it's delicious. I mean, you could create your own stir fry with noodles or rice or God knows what else. But it's great. I know I've gotten to know the people that work there, but that's only occasional Sundays and not during the NFL season. But as far as like these Chinese buffets, these Chinese buffets or the old country buffets or the Golden Corrals, I have not been to them in ages.
Yeah.
I have not been to them in years. I don't even know what the inside of a Golden Corral looks like anymore.
It's a lot more deluxe than it used to be. They even got chocolate fountains and all kinds of stuff. They do, and all those
yeast. I've seen those yeast rolls, too, as far as the commercials. So I only know about these buffets as far as from the commercials.
Yeah.
But I may go to them occasionally on Sundays if I get the opportunity. But like I said, I don't go during NFL games. And because I do like watching the NFL, if at all possible. The season's gone by quick. I guess as controversial as the football has been with the officials and these terrible calls, I've enjoyed the season. And hard to believe, after tonight, the Giants-Dolphins, which is tied at 17 right now, great game in Miami.
Yeah.
There's only 3 weeks of the season left. There's only 3 weeks of the season left.
It's killing me. And where will I go for my buffet of football when all this is over with? It's going to kill me. And we better get to it because we got a lot on our plate for tonight. And week 14 had a lot of things that were going on. The Bills versus the Eagles is the first one we're going to go to. So let's go first to In the News.
So these idiots are talking news now? Are they pulling this off of Jock Journal? So I guess this proves they can read. What a joke.
All right, so now we got to talk about the Bills and the Eagles, guys. This was a game that was very tight and very eventful as it went into, almost overtime as the Buffalo Bills pulled out a win 23-20. I'm sorry, the Philadelphia Eagles pulled out a win 23-20 against the Buffalo Bills. This had a lot of emotion running. Let's set the stage. First, we have Kiko Alonso from Philadelphia who went to Buffalo. And then we have the other guy of that trade who was LaShawn McCoy, who was in Philadelphia, who went to, I got those backwards, from Buffalo to Philadelphia, and then the other one who went from Philadelphia to Buffalo. And all the hoopla, Chip Kelly tried to call me and I hung up on him. Then Chip Kelly saying, no, I didn't try to call him. This whole LaShawn McCoy, Chip Kelly sort of drama was becoming pretty big. And then what's he do? He handshakes the owner, and, Jeffrey Lurie. He went ahead.
Jeffrey